Let me ask you something. This opening instantly shifts the energy. You're not lecturing, you're engaging. It's a psychological anchor, like you're drawing the viewer into a personal, eye-level conversation. Have you ever spoken to a woman and saw her eyes light up like fire? This is a trigger question. It stirs memory, desire, and personal reflection. When a man thinks of a moment like this, he emotionally reconnects with it, and now he's invested. Not because of how you looked, but because of how you made her feel with your words. This breaks the ego trap most men fall into, thinking looks are everything. You're guiding the viewer to understand a deeper truth. Words unlock emotions, and emotions are how women connect and obsess. You see, most men throw nicknames like babe, honey, or cutie without thinking. This line sets up contrast. You're calling out lazy male behavior, those overused, empty compliments that make a woman feel like one of many. They sound generic, replaceable, like every guy before you. This builds emotional tension. No man wants to be seen as replaceable, and no woman feels special when treated generically. This line stings, and that's why it works. But women, especially those who crave depth, don't just want attention. They want resonance. This flips the narrative. Now you're offering insight. High-value women want to feel seen, understood, and emotionally impacted. That word resonance suggests long-lasting emotional imprint. When a Stoic man, disciplined, grounded, rare, uses the right nickname, it hits different. This introduces the Stoic archetype. A rare, emotionally composed man who doesn't speak recklessly. And because he rarely uses words for flattery, when he does, it carries weight. It bypasses logic and cuts straight into her emotional core. This builds emotional urgency. You're teaching that these nicknames aren't playful. They're powerful psychological tools that trigger emotional bonding. Today I'm going to show you 3 forbidden nicknames that most men never use because they don't understand their power. Now you're promising rare knowledge, something powerful and secretive. The word forbidden triggers curiosity. It implies danger, exclusivity, and psychological dominance. But you will. And once you do, she'll never forget the way your words made her feel. You end the hook with confidence and impact. You're not just offering a tactic, you're offering a transformation in how women see and feel about the man who uses it. Part 1. My calm in the chaos. Line by line, deep explanation. This nickname isn't just rare, it's personal. You're positioning this as a private emotional experience, not a flirty throwaway. Personal equals powerful. You're telling her she's your safe space. This is deeply psychological. You make her feel emotionally valued, like she brings calm into your storm. Women want to feel emotionally important, that in a world full of stress, distraction, and noise, she brings you back to center. You're embedding her identity into your stability. You're subtly saying, I'm strong, but you help me stay focused. That balance makes her feel indispensable. It elevates her above all other women you've met. Key line, this activates her competitive femininity. She wants to be the one who impacts you in a way no other woman can. She's not just attractive, she's meaningful. You're pushing past the physical realm. You're attaching emotional depth to her presence. That creates connection far deeper than compliments on her body. This nickname works because it aligns with Stoic virtue, finding peace amidst storms. You're reinforcing that you're not just simping. You're being stoically honest. You don't need her, but you recognize her value. And that's addictive to her. You're not obsessed with her, but you recognize her value in your mission-driven life. This last line is crucial. It keeps frame control. You're still the man on the path, but she's earned emotional proximity. That's the kind of access women crave. Part 2, My Dangerous Muse. Line by line, deep explanations. This one is electric. You're setting the tone. This nickname has power and sexual tension. It taps into the feminine archetype that desires to be both loved and feared a little. You're diving deep into feminine psychology. Women crave men who both adore them and hold them accountable. This nickname captures that duality. By calling her your dangerous muse, you're telling her, you inspire me. But you also challenge me. This nickname turns her into a source of inspiration and tension. You're emotionally awakened by her, but never controlled. You're not a man who's afraid of fire. You respect it. This is symbolic. You're not running from her power. You acknowledge it. And that makes you stronger, not weaker. Women respect that kind of masculine energy, and women are drawn to men who can handle their power without being consumed. You're signaling that you're emotionally intelligent and resilient. That's rare and deeply attractive. It's seductive, poetic, powerful. This line wraps the emotional experience into a sensory package. You're not talking about her beauty, you're reflecting her essence. And it opens the door to intense emotional connection. It's not just a compliment, it's a psychological connection builder. A muse is someone who lives in your thoughts. That's where obsession starts. Part 3, my favorite distraction. Line by line, deep explanation. This nickname hits hard. Setting the emotional tone, this one packs emotional punch and relatability. It's playful, but laced with truth. You're giving her duality, lightness on the surface, depth beneath. Women respond to that because it feels authentic and textured. You're subtly saying, I'm a man on a mission. But damn, you make it hard to stay focused. This gives her emotional validation. You're not changing your purpose for her, but she has real emotional pull on you. She doesn't feel like an obligation. She feels like a craving, a sweet break from your discipline. Powerful. You're making her feel like a luxury, not a need. Women want to be desired, not depended on. This balance between purpose and passion is exactly what feminine energy desires. You're giving her a psychologically balanced role. She fits into your life, not becomes your life. That makes her obsessed with earning more of you. She'll feel desired, but not needed. This is the golden line. Neediness kills attraction. This nickname puts her in your orbit but doesn't give her the center. And that creates emotional obsession. Final word, full emotional breakdown. Quote style plus delivery. The right nickname isn't just about sounding romantic. It's about leaving an emotional fingerprint on her soul. You close with a philosophical truth. This line sums it all up. The power of language, especially from a man of depth, is permanent. A Stoic man speaks less, but everything he says matters. When a woman hears something from a man who truly sees her, she doesn't just remember the word, she remembers how it made her feel. This taps into emotional recall. Women connect through feelings. If you made her feel rare, seen, and meaningful, that memory becomes obsession. That's what creates deep connection. And this is the real Stoic edge, not noise, not neediness, but calibrated presence. You're teaching your viewer something deeper than just dating. You're giving him a principle to live by. Stoic masculinity isn't loud, it's intentional. And women respond to men who know how to be present without chasing. So don't speak to impress her, speak to awaken her. This is your closing dagger. It's short, powerful, and spiritually resonant. You're not just flirting, you're shifting her perception of you. And that is what lingers in her mind. Long after you've gone quiet, you are the fire she didn't expect to feel, and the silence she'll never forget. And with poetic contrast, this leaves your audience with an iconic final sentence. It's emotionally striking, powerful, and impossible to ignore. That's what turns a woman's interest into obsession.